Namaskar, I am Vijay Raj Desai, and it is my effort to make astrology extremely simple. Today about Saturn. Saturn obviously is Shani. Saturn, in the traditional books, it is generally mentioned that it is good and gets Digbala in the 7th house. But my experience, which I have verified, is that in the 7th house, when it is placed, though it gives lot of tenacity, it ruins the relationship with the husband or wife, as the case may be. This is generally so unless there are some exceptions which involve an extremely good Venus position. I have found very often, and it is there in the traditional books also, that it is extremely good in the 6th house of the horoscope. And it is true that it is best in the 6th house of the horoscope. As far as the signs are concerned, Saturn is best in the sign Libra, that is at number 7 in the Kundali, and it is also good in the signs Capricorn and Aquarius, that is Makar and Kumbh, that is at numbers 10 and 11 respectively. There is almost no planet along with which Saturn becomes stronger. Saturn is at its best when it is alone. It is a planet of aloofness. In fact, during its phase also, it makes a person a bit aloof. Saturn generally gives the worst effect when it is placed in the 12th house of the horoscope. It often gives very, very bad effects in relation to health when it is placed in the 2nd house of the horoscope. It also gives very, very bad effects in 8th house and sometimes very bad effects in the 4th house of the horoscope. Of course, there are exceptions to this rule, as in most rules of astrology. Saturn is worst in the sign Aries, that is at number 1 in the horoscope, in the Kundali, Mesh Rashi, if it is placed in the Mesh Rashi. When Saturn is placed along with Sun, Mars or Uranus in the Kundali, in the horoscope, more so if such placement, if such situation is within 10 degrees of each other, it generally gives very, very bad effects. Though it gives the endurance, the tenacity also to overcome such adversities or to bear such adversities. When in transit, Shani, that is Saturn, enters the 12th house and then the 1st house and then the 2nd house for 2.5 years each, totaling up to 7.5 years, it is called Sadesati. Sadesati does not necessarily give bad effects. As to what effects it will give will depend on the phase, on the dasha and mahadasha of the person and the placement, the original placement of Shani in the person's Kundali. The positive effects of Shani are that it gives a lot of tenacity when it is placed good by house and by sign. But the side effect of which, tenacity and also focus obviously, is that it makes a person a bit reserved and aloof. The negative effect is that it gives immense stress and, if very weak, lack of focus. If you have any difficulties, you can contact me for free consultation on 9021 267 537. May God bless you. All the best.